Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Our guest is Dudley Danoff. We're talking about having a happy Valentine's Day. And should Valentine's Day not just be February 14th, which happened to be Jack Benny's birthday? But don't ask me why I know that. Shouldn't we celebrate love every day?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, the greatest aphrodisiac is not rhinoceros horns or goat gonads, but the greatest aphrodisiac is, you know, love itself. And if you're loving and kind and giving, you can expect the same in return. A surprise, a kiss, a kind word, no anger, no screaming, no yelling, no hysterics, every day.
You haven't been married that long, have you?
I've been married. Well, I call it compartmentalizing, and we have a thing, we call it next. So, you know, yelling, you know, why you such a jerk? How could you do that? And, you know, 10 seconds, it's over. And 15 seconds later, it's next, you know, let's get on with it. No dwelling on the disagreement, the fact that you didn't like the purple curtains or, you know, the pink dress. Get over it and don't look back. I mean, so that's my little trick, and I think it's a good trick. I just go, what do you mean I'm stupid? Oh yeah, that's death. That's like a death sentence. What do you mean?
You know, and then we have to discuss it, and then, you know, there's not an amorous bone in my body that point.
It's like you're a jerk, and your partner says, no, you're a double jerk, and then it goes back.
Right,
you're a triple jerk. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to be on the street, except we used a little different language for that description.
That's the New York in you?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
You know, born in Brooklyn, my kids say you could take Dad out of Brooklyn, but you can't take Brooklyn out of Dad. And I went to Princeton, and I went to Yale Medical School, and I trained at Columbia Presbyterian, and I lived in California since the early 70s, but Brooklyn in my heart.
Right. And the food there is, oh boy. You know, it's
Nathan's Coney Island hot dog.
They're still the best there. They're not the same every place else.
That's exactly right.
Let's briefly, diet. I mean, you and I grew up eating pastrami and corned beef on rye bread.
Absolutely.
Right? But we don't eat it that much, even though you're very close to Nate and Al's.
Absolutely, and not only that, but one of the great names in the delicatessen business, Alyn Cantor, who was a longtime patient of mine, just passed away. And but I used to kid him when he came in. I said, you know, Alyn, you're selling pastrami and corned beef. I said, you killed more Jews than Hitler with that. So he loved it. But
pastrami is they use sodium nitrate, saltpeter.
Salt and it's very fatty. It's very high in cholesterol. So you don't have to eat just pastrami and corned beef, but anything fatty, hot dogs, greasy hamburgers, fried potatoes. I mean, high cholesterol, high lipids is a killer. It's a killer for your cardiovascular system, and it's a killer for blood circulation to your penis.
And it kills your sex life too. Didn't they used to use?
You got to get blood down there, and if the tubes are clogged with schmaltz, it's not going to work.
What about saltpeter? My understanding is that they used to put it into GI's food.
Well, that was a rumor. I think it has no scientific basis.
Right.
But the power of suggestion. I mean, if I sell you a bottle of pills for $50. And I tell you, these pills are going to give you the most super erection. 40% of even though the pills are sugar pills, the placebo effect. 40% of people eating that crap will tell you, "Oh, absolutely, the greatest pill. I never saw anything like it."
But that also is true with Big Pharma.
Well,
it's the same statistic.
When it comes to ED, the power of suggestion, placebo, 40%. It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
You know, but you have to love your doc to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, a good diet, exercise program, moderate alcohol, no smoking. Smoking is another giant killer. Obviously, drugs, heavy drugs, also a major no-no. They're all vasoconstrictors.
What about things like CBD and pot?
Well, I don't know too much about pot. I think pot alters. I don't think it has any direct cardiovascular effect, but it certainly alters your perception of time. So a lot of the young people like it because it does retard ejaculation a little bit, gives them a little bit, quote, more time. So I'm not promoting it, but I don't see much in the way of a negativity there.
I tried to, I was offered a prescription on Venice Beach, right? And I said, I'm going to take it to CVS.
Right.
And they said, no. You have to go upstairs to our pharmacy. We specialize.
Yeah.
Listen, Dr. Danoff, thank you for joining us. Dr. Dudley Danoff, the author of The Ultimate Guide to Male Sexual Health. We'll have him back again. It's been too long. We have to move on here. Coming up next, Roberta is going to join us, Roberta Shaler, and we're going to talk about crazy making relationships and how to avoid them for Valentine's Day. Join us at latenighthealth.com and facebook.com/latenighthealthradio. Don't go away. Much more coming up.